This issue of management bonuses and all that, I think that a lot of fetish has been created about it, and we need to deal with it. Look, why do we pay a bonus? We pay a bonus for recognition of success. So success has been achieved, and we think that it ought to be rewarded. And so we identify those who are responsible as far as the success is concerned, and then we reward them. Is that not the case? Now, I always ask, in this country, when the Black Stars fail, they fail to perform. What's the first name that is mentioned? It's the GFA president. People hold people responsible when there's failure. Why must these people not be recognized when there's success? If you think that it is okay to hold people responsible when there's failure, why must you not see it as okay to reward those people when there's success?
NDC for for some time. Vote exhibition of the voters register. At the end of the party says is no person we are about to a manual for Fruby. It's a bumping in Tinipabu, the Jabeto, Ghana, Yampini, Mujabeshegu, Amandra, Yankinkaya, opening Kopito to be Kwachi, former National Security Minister. Former National Security Minister. And also, Abbey joined the chorus that they would overrun the issue. The issue will be overwhelmed. The MPP will be overwhelmed because of voters register. I'm over. They say, we are studying. Would the petition be by? Nah. One week, the issue and young Wajuma issue. And the issue at almost 3 weeks to 1 month. And that issue part says, so much not say, I want to because NBC continues to put out the propaganda and say, more evidence, more evidence, more evidence. But you are still not sending the evidence to the EC. And it's the EC for IPAC in there. In fact, the last time CSOs, EC share about 3-4 months ago, and then the IPAC meeting. And I remember I was one of the people who raised the issues. The next IPAC meeting, if you want they don't be able, not media for and the cover be. And the other CSOs virtually agreed. Say ampa. Because some IPAC here you call. Now we say political party, inter-party advisory committee. Muko Vienna Muba. Different political parties are telling different stories. So why don't you allow the media to come in and come and cover life? I'm of say no, and Supremo, and we went for the meeting. And so 12 political parties, the 2 main political parties, MPP, NDC, and then 10 other political parties are making up IPAC. NDC was represented by Omane Bawumia, mini deputy, Tanko Rashid, and then Akoraba Kubi SFN Yaira Koku. Then the NPP was represented by Peter McMenu, Justin Kudia, General Secretary, and Nimakum, and Mr. Director of Research and Elections at headquarters. So the political parties were allowed 3 representatives each. And the 1 representative each. Now, diplomatic community, any development partners. It was a big gathering. Long and short, Amufa. And that ECB said, Omoni Kasan Asat Anopai 10 o'clock I started and this is still MFAD than CBA Bia and Baye. But so Omokase near NBC for no ka Omontia, not almost Omoboa. It in the NBC for no can abond things who are more taken. They want to respond to the things that the NDC people have been saying out in the open are still almost for evidence and by almost IT for the baby more. using PowerPoint presentation. So the issues that the NDC put out, the missing names, ID card, and they did your point. So register can see where you.
Koko Timenka, baby, Ujina not the line I drop it, Yanfiana and Sa and can of you 10.
So the EC now decided they will present to IPAC near NBC for no Kawa Montina. Still a more far than Sideka Tamba, but evidence and by, but they will address the issues now. Almost missing names. Missing names, no. Niamode, almost noise, no outside. It's only one name, one Ernestofori. ID card depending to be present here. That is Niamoyan outside, no. So the EC says, this Ernestofori Amokai, his name is not missing. Amova, they were able to prove to us that the name is on the register. I am telling you. Now, the fact is that how do you use only one name, assuming even it was missing and banned, to do an extrapolation, say X number of names are missing? And East Seneca said, so this is one name. We are proving to you. The other names you say you have, bring it to us. And we believe that we will prove to you that those names also are on the register. Because with the current system that we have, apparently, it's difficult. It is impossible to delete any name. After almost 50,000 dead people. If you say 50,000 dead people, the better one say I'm more evidence. You're able to find 50,000 dead people. Why? The law says that bring the death certificate, burial certificate. We will clean the register. And also want to be from by. Then you say you have about 15. You discovered 15 illegal entry paths. If you say they don't understand that terminology, but if it means XYZ, they prove to you that there's no illegal entry path. Amufa, and it's the 5 major points are NPCC for the buyer. But the interesting thing is that at a point in time when the EC was explaining, now woman was sorry now off our lap event is the iPad. Now we're trying to go, they are brofono. And now the iPad no any explanation be at their mom. As we share them when you say, what's going on? We are here in Ghana. You say the Electoral Commission of Ghana because if you look at Chapter 7 of the 1992 Constitution, specifically Articles 45, 46, Amova, it is there that the Electoral Commission is the body that manages elections in this country. No other body. They cannot manage our elections, but it is not possible. It is our Brofonoma who Jania come was a Omusha the who screen also. The EC is saying, NDC, why don't you provide us with that thing so we can have a conversation? Mr. Debbie, if at a point in time, I'm on money, say it's part of their strategy that they will not give the evidence to the Electoral Commission. I'm saying, what? Is this the NDC that I used to represent? Now, interestingly enough, both parties made reference to the BAC in 2016. And it says NPP4, the register was bloated, and then there were Togolese on the register. Interestingly, sir, the BIA meeting then, and Alisa, the one meeting in 2016 or so, over that issue. And a certain Samuel Koku, which is me. I was the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC at the time. They should provide evidence. I went to the Volta region several times to hold press conferences because I must say to go for good Volta region register also. And they said the easy and then some Breno and Basaroto said easy the same thing as the MPP for evidence number. The late Justice VCRAC Crab said that whatever meeting. Now, the point I'm making is at the end of the day, the Bedadi said MPP4 so no more the politics at that time. There wasn't much evidence, so there was no forensic audit. Today, the same Kokusi Tofani, I am saying, Dominion NDC4. Me, I have not changed. So it's the same argument we are making there. If you have the evidence, provide it. So up to now, up to the time I told meeting, I'm over 3 p.m. on them. Me still end to me and an iota, a shred of evidence, I'm dying IPAC. Now for me, my position is that Mona Mose Yanye forensic audit of the register. But I'm of what happened today, Mr. The NDC failed a forensic audit test at IPAC. That's what happened today. The NDC, which is calling for a forensic audit of the voters register, the National Voters Register, today failed a forensic audit test at IPAC by not providing a shred of evidence to back all the things that they are saying. So they have failed an IPAC forensic audit test. How do those same people now come and tell us that they have the moral authority that we should go and audit the main register? Because they couldn't prove anything. In fact, they do, baby, no. More other political parties. They do register the man, you know. Munya die. Young Kwan China seen a year Jumentina and Yabaya sign Shimuni. And Kayana also more after Damaya. Parties follow to no problem. South Sudan be Fayanda. But some Muslim Fasidan be Mamma, but please. The name of the game is evidence. That must heavy, not evidence, no way. So, at an IPAC meeting of 12 registered political parties, NDC stood alone. We MPP grant to change it, one MPP for the So, out of the 12, 10 of the other political parties continue to congratulate the EC. EC Moya de Eboma Basu, EC Moya de Eboma Basu. The past will be much because I just feel that the big cost were any, but the more ye might be more. I am maybe a force one back account. So I'm afraid that is what happened at IPAC today. That the NDC failed a basic forensic audit test at IPAC today.
One question they fair common run away. Yeah, Bontena, Emmanuel Wayache becoming a deputy general secretary for NDC, Wunyeni Paketwa. Near Air Kosuono, yeah, Bonteno, you who say it.
You know, for me, when I sat there and I saw Macmenu, Justin Kudia, and Nimako, and I compared it to my other side, Honoman and the catcher, Madame, would be another CSO person there. Watch something unfold. I don't say what. I'm saying, look, I have been there before. I've worked with Asebi Ketia in particular before. If there was some glory that the NDC was going to take at IPAC today, Asebi Ketia would have been present at this meeting. If he was sure in his heart of hearts that today the NDC was going to lead IPAC meeting in a glorious manner, and can see them Ketia Katabeba Abbey. Now this was before the meeting started. So by the end of the meeting, the guy said, Koku, you know people. I said, I know, if I don't know anybody in politics very well, Johnson, Kwejo, and Shedun Kintian, I maybe answer a question. I'm a fan. If there's one person in Ghana who will stop Shedun Kintian from destroying the country, it is me, Samoko Kusichopa, and look, and I've prayed to God, and I've taken vows, and I've covenanted with this soil, Ghana, that I will stop Johnson Kwejo and Shedun Kintian from destroying this country. I tell you, I will not allow him because Nyamuye, Sanamuye 2020, a dada Mofa, somewhere winning election. Today, what happened at IPAC is the same thing which happened at the Supreme Court in 2020. That they went to the Supreme Court with no evidence. Yet by that time, they had deceived boys to go onto the street. So today, I said the Ketia will tell her and say, Nipa 8, Nipa 8, why the cow go street? I will break law. And now law no dealing for more, unfortunately. Baby. Why the cow go street? And what was Ketia? So it's the same tactics they are using again. They don't have any evidence. And today at IPAC, they were embarrassed. So you are doing all this with no evidence. Same thing like John Mahama, one called demonstration. Because apparently, from my information, that demonstration almost 17th from Beko. On the night of 16th, Amufa, the same penny for Eko Mahama Hoka John A. If Asienu Ketia and the headquarters is not able to produce incontrovertible evidence, please don't go on the demonstration. You'll go and embarrass yourself. And Omuka and he said 2020. It's the same as Asienu Ketia who was making noise that they had evidence. They had evidence. After they could do Supreme Court now. Asienu Ketia couldn't provide any evidence. And he said, John, when him go and Asienu Ketia who couldn't achieve you? That's why he ran away from the demonstration. And he said even today, I'm a family today, on the day, say IPAC easy IPAC crucial IPAC meeting. Mona Musi say you to see we are demo into more evidence. I'm do you believe strongly? Say Anka NBC or evidence, national television, TV cameras all over. Adena John Mahama and then decided say on the Asafu Bidu Mukwakushia. On a very crucial day like this, and I'm talking as a governance expert, a political watcher, a communications expert, a politician. In America, say, "Una also register na yede babe to abano." They say you are battling the ruling government. And the crucial IPAC meeting, national chairman anko, general secretary anko, and Amuja man kolabi musomunko. To make matters worse, this thing is being beamed live for the nation to follow. Then you, the flag bearer, you decide to go and have this engagement and say you are beaming your own life, competing with media space with the IPAC meeting. So, Mama, you think that some of us cannot read through you, eh? You think some of us cannot read through you, eh? We can read through you. So you yourself, you don't believe in the IPAC process. Now, himself, will not go and provide any evidence in 2 years. We say in Sabia too. So tomorrow, instead of all of us discussing how the NBC embarrassed itself at IPAC, then you see say now you see Obia Koshen comes and Muhammad Baba be president. That's the game they are playing. But there's a God who will expose anybody who wants to disturb the peace of this country. God up there will expose the person because it's true. What Kotenas is the president. So that tomorrow we'll discuss that one because you see Sapapani a national prophet. Into Onwashen comes over by president.